the moment we touch this, we are busy or something pops up.
It's like good enough, so you gotta be great, and I'ma do whatever it takes. Doing what I love in life, and I'll pay the price, and not stopping even if the shit kills me, even if it kills me.
3, 2, 1.
Hello friends and welcome to MattGron Talks. This is episode 163 and my name is Mattias Gronborg, aka MattGron, and here I share my scale up journey building my company from nothing to something. And of course with me as usual, my dear friend and co-host Svea Malina Landshoff, live from Åkersberga, north of Stockholm. How are you doing today?
I'm doing very good today. You know, I started walking again. For those of you who are new here, I had an issue with my foot. So it's a big thing in my life right now, and I'm really happy that I can walk again. So I miss that. You know, I go out every day. It's really important for me and my, mental health that I get outside every day, and I was stuck inside for a while. So that feels really, really good to get outside. But we're not talking about my foot today. We're talking about a lot of other things, actually, because this is where entrepreneurship runs smack into reality. And we smack into reality 3 times every single week on Monday, Wednesday, and on Friday. And we do have an entire framework in place with all the different topics. Mattias, that's your job. Want to introduce that to all the newcomers?
Yes, we have a framework for you guys to make this show run smooth as a clockwork. And every Monday, I share my self-development journey. I talk about things I'm learning, growing as a human being and a leader. And then every Wednesday, we talk about all the things I'm learning in the entrepreneurial process, scaling up my company. And then every Friday, I share my weekly self-inventory. And I'm doing that to create some self-awareness and doing some self-reflection about things I have learned. And we are also celebrating the victories. That's the framework.
That's the framework. Thank you, Mattias.
Yeah, let's take it away, Svea.
Okay, are you ready for Monday then?
Yes.
All right, so today I would like to talk about focus and concentration. I think our focus and concentration is influenced by a lot of things. I think to start with, probably how we sleep, if we eat properly, if we exercise, take the walks outside that I missed so much. But I think there are also some practical things to focusing. Everyone has kind of different routines and habits around that. So let's start with the first question. I'm curious, do you have some kind of a focus time every day maybe? And can you even have that, being someone who wants the door to be open for everyone at all times?
So my answer to the question is yes.
You do? Tell me about
that.
Yes.
I think I'm very focused in my nature. Like every day when you are operating a business with a growing number of employees, you need to be very careful and plan your time so you can at the end of the day be able to check off all the things that you need to do.
Yeah, so I can imagine that's very important. Because I feel in a lot of senses we are very similar, but in that sense I think I'm very different. I'm someone who gets distracted very easily, and I always want to do a lot of things at the same time, and I start a project here, I start a project there. So that's something I'm working on. And but if you said you can actually maybe arrange some focusing time every day, how does that look like for you? Do you maybe, I don't know, have a sign outside your door where it says don't disturb right now, or do you turn off some things on your phone? How do you practically do that every day?
I think there is no magic. I close tabs, put my phone on silent mode and put some music on, and then I'm grinding the stuff I need to do. So, but I mean, of course, I think you also opened the question a little bit in that direction. You could always get busy with busyness, There's always things. So for me, it's very important to every day get a clear understanding, okay, I can't do everything, Like when you're running a business, there will always be more stuff to do than you actually can manage and handle. So I always need to understand, today, which is my two biggest priorities, and then I focus on them. And of course, sometimes I miss the mark, and because things happen.
Yeah.
Suddenly, someone knock on my door, comes in, and maybe a person just quit, or you never know what hits you at the end of the day. So there is, of course, a layer there where, let's say, operating a business with a growing number of employees compared to maybe more being in a creative role where you actually, build and create stuff, like for yourself as a freelancer or something. But it's also two different kind of roles. But I mean, every person today, like every single person, the moment we touch this, we are busy or something pops up. And I think there takes a shitload of discipline to actually go into a focus mode.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, you're so right with that. I'm definitely guilty of that. And like you said, I think most of us are. And everyone who cannot touch their phone for hours, like, has my respect. But it's also something I do when I know, okay, now I have to like get this done. I always put my phone on do not disturb, so I don't even see anything flashing up there, so it's not so tempting. And I think the best thing you can do is sometimes also just put it away in another room, lock the door, so I'm not tempted and I have to go physically somewhere to get it. So and then I think you realize how much time you spend on your phone and how much you're just like grabbing there, like, oh no, not again. I don't have to do anything with it right now. I have to focus on my task.
Yeah, exactly. And I think over the 2 last years, you always, first it was COVID, in the beginning you were tempted like, oh, what's the numbers, what's going on, and will we survive? And now we have the war, right? Like, okay, what's the latest news? So I think discipline. Yeah.
And you also said something else earlier that reminded me when we talked about structuring the day. I think it was the episode where I really wanted to know your structure and the processes. And you were like, Svea, you and your processes and your structures all the time, And then you also said something similar, that something can just pop up every day and then you have to readjust. But I think important is what you said there about that you have to, maybe in the beginning of the day or beginning of the week, however you are wired, think about the things that have priority on that day. And then I think that really helps with focusing. Otherwise, it can be overwhelming when you have 20 things in your head and you have to take care of them. Yeah, I think that was a good tip there. You also said there's no other magic to it, right? You know me, I'm always about like tips and tricks and any processes. And you said that you put some music on. That's when I said I find that interesting, because I personally get distracted by music. See, that's the difference again. But I know also David does that. He listens to some like lo-fi beats and he can really get into the zone. That's interesting. What kind of music do you listen to?
So right now it is Notorious B.I.G. and the Swedish artist Lale.
Oh, really? Okay, so that's kind of some pop music, right? Some Lale, isn't it? I don't know. I'm not so involved in music in that sense. I'm like an old school metal and rock girl. I don't know what else is going on.
Oh, it's on pop music.
Yeah, I don't know. But it sounded like it.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
But
have you heard about Notorious B.I.G.?
No, never. What's that? What kind of music is that? Like, I'm interested in what people use to focus and that they can't focus with music.
Yeah, a Notorious B.I.G. is a American hip-hopper from, I think, Brooklyn. Yeah, but it's it's from my younger years. It brings up a lot of memories. I have always been listening to his music, so.
Yeah, that was something that I found interesting, because I know when I listen to music I get carried away. Okay, I'm just looking over here because I sometimes doing my research take some notes of things that might be valuable for someone. Did you ever see this? Did I show you this? Like I have some, it's one of these magic pads that you had as a kid, you know? You can draw and then, yeah, I love this.
Yeah, can you show me again? I
Like-
need to look at my screen like.
Okay, here, so this is like a magic drawing pad. It's super handy, you know?
Yeah, all
I
right.
love that for notes because then you can just erase it when you're done. But I just have a
Okay.
couple of things that maybe I thought just throw in there. Maybe
Yes,
someone finds it
please
helpful.
share.
We should have a
What,
name
what
for
are
this.
you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing when
Yeah,
you're
what do I do? Like
getting
I wish I had that
focused?
better tips. No, I think for me personally, the most important thing is put the phone away. Yeah, absolutely. Put it on not disturb, put it somewhere else. And I think for me, it's also important to have a dedicated workspace. I think I work best when I enter a certain room or like my table, and I know, okay, here this is work mode. And I think especially also when you're a freelancer and you're working at home, you know, like your home is also your workplace. I think it's important to kind of separate that and okay, here this is fun.
So are you doing the laundry? Are you
Mm.
doing the laundry at the same time you are working, or how do you plan your days?
No, I don't. Like I think I really set away time every day where I then do the work I need to do, and then once this is over, then I do something else. But I do say I work well when I kind of rotate that. So let's say I work 3 hours and then I go out for my walk, and then I work another 3 hours or something. And for me, that's good. I think I can focus better when I have a break in between where I do something else. That's what I meant in the beginning. You know, I need something else. If I'm doing the same thing for too long, then I just go nuts. So
Yeah, but it reminds me about something. I also I take like quick breaks, like
Yeah.
5-minute breaks. If I have a bigger, assignment in front of me that I need to accomplish, then I put in quick breaks, a couple of time each hour. Keeping myself focused and maybe catching a new perspective when I come in and
because
put
I
my
think that
teeth
helps
into that
definitely. And also I can just speak, from the view of a photographer or when you edit stuff. I feel when you get some distance from time to time and come back, then everything looks different. I think it's actually also a thing when you look at the screen for too long, then your perception might be different than it actually is. But you said something interesting there about the your breaks in between. It was also one thing that I came across, and I think that's very helpful. I personally haven't tried it, probably should, but if you have like a timer or something and then have like a focus time where you say, okay, 20 minutes, I'm gonna focus, and then have a 5-minute break after that. And I know my boyfriend does that, and for him it works very well. He loves that. And then I also said about like for me it's important to have like a designated area where I can work. I think that's also probably good for a lot of people. And also what I think is important, reduce multitasking and do more single tasking. And that's the thing that I struggle with. Like I always think of other things when I do things, and I think we need to just train ourselves to sit down and focus on that one thing and then tackle the next one and then the next one. But that's actually, I think, something you can actually train your brain with if you just do it.
We can all learn. Yeah. But I think on a core level, the bottom line, or at least I believe everyone knows what to do.
You just need to do it.
I mean, right? I mean, I think discipline is everything.
Yeah.
Like what we need to know, as you said in the beginning, we need some amount of mental, physical health. We need to sleep, move. We need to understand we can't do like everything. We need to know like these two big things for today.
Yeah.
And then we just need to put our phone away and accomplish these two things.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's it in a nutshell.
Yeah, exactly. It's actually very simple. We just need to do it. Okay, then I would say it's a wrap for today. I'm curious about what you guys think about it. Do you have any tips maybe that you could share? I'm always all ears for tips about how to focus and improve. And I know Mattias also loves self-development.
Oh,
maybe.
I'm worn out on this topic.
Yeah, okay. Then only give tips to me. All right. But anyways, if you have anything to say, leave it in the comments. Also, if you have any future episodes you would like us to do, please let us know. And otherwise,
Please let us know. Yes.
I would say subscribe to the channel. Give it a thumbs up.
Yes.
Ring the bell. Hit the bell so you don't miss a future video. Yeah. And see you in the next one, I hope. Thank you for watching.
See you in the next one, guys. Bye.
Bye-bye.